Imagine burying 17 children while your closest friend tells everyone at court that you are a notorious drunkard. This was the harsh reality of Queen Anne, often remembered as a sickly, childless widow. Courtiers called her Brandy Nan, a nickname that painted her as a woman lost in drink, watching her own reign from the sidelines. Yet the real drama of her court was not romance, but a toxic friendship, a long betrayal by Sarah Churchill, Duchess of Marlborough, whom Anne had trusted since childhood. Their bitter conflict, fought behind closed doors, became a psychological siege, and Anne's quiet victory over her tormentor helped reshape the map of Europe. That friendship, bright in youth, darkened once Anne reached the throne. Shy and plagued by severe health problems, commonly described as gout, and sometimes speculated by modern writers to involve other chronic illness, she was at times carried to meetings in a sedan chair, her body in constant pain. Sarah, by contrast, was striking, sharp, domineering, and ruthlessly politically astute. Anne relied on her completely. Sarah became keeper of the privy purse, groom of the stole, and mistress of the robes. She controlled access to the queen, royal finances, and even Anne's wardrobe. This was immense power concentrated in one person, reinforced by shared history used as emotional leverage. Sarah and her husband, the military hero John Churchill, Duke of Marlborough, emerged as the driving force of Whig power, steering foreign policy toward a prolonged, costly War of the Spanish Succession against France. Every battlefield victory for the Duke, including Blenheim, increased Sarah's influence at court. Convinced of her own brilliance, she treated the Queen with a familiarity that slid into open disrespect. The fracture began with a quiet woman, Abigail Masham.
Abigail, a poor cousin of Sarah's whom Sarah had placed in the royal household as a bedchamber woman, was gentle, discreet, and a sympathetic listener, someone who neither barked orders nor cashed in old favors. As Anne's health worsened and the strain of rule intensified, she found comfort in Abigail's calm presence. To Sarah, this was an unforgivable betrayal and a direct threat to her political leverage. She created the scandal herself, spreading insinuations at court. Sarah claimed the relationship between Anne and Abigail was unnatural and immoderate, hinting at a lesbian affair. In an era when such talk could damage a monarch's moral authority, this was a calculated weapon. Sarah went further, threatening to publish the Queen's private letters, intimate correspondence between two women who had once been like sisters. She planned to use them to humiliate Anne into dismissing Abigail and restoring Sarah's place. The breaking point came in a carriage on the way to a Thanksgiving service at St. Paul's Cathedral for one of Marlborough's victories. In front of other courtiers, Sarah berated the Queen over her fondness for Abigail. Anne, mortified, asked her to lower her voice. Sarah's retort was infamous. "Be quiet," she snapped at the monarch of England. That public command revealed the true dynamic between them. If this moment surprised you, hit like and subscribe for more stories like this, and tell me in the comments whose side you're on right now, Anne, Sarah, or Abigail. Anne did not answer with fury. She used the weapon Sarah had underestimated: quiet, immovable resistance. She began to exclude Sarah, stopped replying to her letters, and avoided her at court. When Sarah finally forced an audience, the Queen stayed silent. A well-known anecdote has Sarah ranting until she was breathless, and Anne turning to a servant with a calm question: "Did I not ring?" It was both literal and symbolic. The door of favor had closed.
Anne stripped Sarah of her court offices and banished her from the palace. Without the Queen's ear, Sarah Churchill's political influence collapsed. Her husband lost his command. The Whig government built around Churchill power fell, clearing the way for the Tories, who moved quickly toward peace with France. A feud born of betrayal and emotional blackmail did not merely wreck a friendship. It helped redirect British politics and the trajectory of a European war. Queen Anne's legacy deserves reconsideration. She was not the weak figure preserved by her enemies' memoirs. She governed through a major war and presided over the Act of Union between England and Scotland, creating Great Britain. She did so while battling relentless pain that might have confined someone else to bed. Her story is quiet resilience with teeth. She outlasted the viper in her palace and proved that silence, used well, can be a form of power. If you want the next episode, like the video, subscribe, and comment which royal rivalry you want covered next.